This is Mr. Toheeb. It's a privilege to have Mr. Toheeb join us. So Mr. Toheeb is an analytical financial accountant. He's also a business and data analysis analyst and field. He has extensive working knowledge of defining accurately accounting transactions, financial statement, tax data, auditing, business valuation, and status reporting across different sectors. So ladies and gentlemen, it's a honor to bring to the virtual stage Mr. Toheeb. He'll be taking us on a training on how we can use Excel. So if you can still hear me, I had to switch my internet. Can we still hear me, please? So sorry about the switch. Can we hear me? Internet is okay. All right. So thank you very much. So Mr. Toheeb, we sent if you're on the WhatsApp group, you will discover that we sent the sheets we'll be working on to the WhatsApp group. So the goal is to, while you watch Mr. Toheeb do what he has to do on the screen, you have a sheet you can practice with and also replicate all that he'll be doing on the screen. So Mr. Toheeb, thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity. We do not take it for granted. Over to you, sir. You can just start with an introduction about what you do so that we can know you better. Over to you, Mr. Toheeb. Okay, all right. I'll do just that. So I have to unmute him. All right. Can you? Okay. All right. You can.
Please, you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can hear you clearly, sir.
Okay. Sorry that I'm not showing my face. I'm currently out in a very busy area, so I don't want the distractions. So it's nice to be here. I've been listening since 11 that I've joined, and it has been a great section so far. And I've also learned one or two from the panelists so far, and I've been enjoying it. So first of all, as a brief introduction, my name is Toheeb Olugbode. I'm a finance and I would just put it as a finance and data analyst because I'm I'm already into the data space now. I see myself as a finance and data analyst, do more account reporting, data analysis, reconciliation, financial modeling. So I just like using the word finance data analyst. So a bridge of accounting and finance and also data as well. So that's 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 story for you guys. And I don't really know how to say a lot about myself, but that's just a brief introduction about myself. So I'm also a chartered accountant, and I'm also happy that a lot of us on this call, I think we are all accountants, right? Favor.
Yes, majority accountants, yeah, basically undergraduate, senior graduates, and we have people that also are working already.
Okay, so that's awesome. So I know I'm talking to my people. So, and the guys, the panelists so far has made give a lot of opinions to help and guide us in our decisions. So, and to also add to that, if once you decide on which parts you want to specialize in this field of accounting, the certifications you are going to do, we have to be in line with what you want to specialize in. There's no point in doing CFA if you just want to be a financial reporting accountant. Do you get? So your certification has to be in line with what you are studying. So if you want to dwell more on financial analysis, you have to do courses that certifications related to your field of specialization. So that's it basically. So today I will be doing data visualization, just a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, just to help us to have understanding about what data visualization is all about. And I also added some shortcut to also help you in your day-to-day operation in case you need some shortcut to improve your efficiency at work. So I also added that. So if we have enough time, we will look into those and see how. But I pray I have enough time to look into that. So let me just share my screen before I. Can you allow me to share my screen? I can see host disabled screen sharing.
Okay, I'll do just that. I'll do just that. Just so I've made you the co-host, and I think you can share at this moment.
Okay. But please just confirm you can see my screen.
Yes. So it's coming up. Yeah, we can see your screen now.
Okay. So before I begin, I don't know if every one of us here like Excel, like we all know about Excel, but I will just like take 5 minutes to just explain the whole Excel interface. Then before I go into the data visualization itself. So when we see data visualization, what we are trying to do is the data you want to communicate, your figures, you are trying to visualize it. Do you get? Then you are trying to use charts to explain the figures you have, the words you have. Do you get? Your analysis? You are trying to visualize using charts, using symbols to explain your information. Do you get? The gross profit you have, the revenue you have, the cost of sales, anything you are doing your analysis on. Once it comes to visualization, it means you want to turn the figures into charts to make it more appealing to anybody that is reading it. Do you get? Because symbols, charts, it boosts understanding of what you are trying to pass across, it boosts communication. Do you get? So it stays more in someone's mind when they see charts, they see pie chart, they see bar chart, they see line graph. It helps them to remember, okay, this is what this guy is talking about, this is what this person is presenting. Do you get? So when we are into data visualization, you are just trying to communicate your findings or your insights or analysis using charts and the rest. Please, at any point where you can like hear me clearly, please just let me know. So for some of us that we are not yet familiar with the Excel, I will just like brief through the whole Excel interface. So this is our Excel interface. Our Excel interface is made up of rows and columns, and we have cells, we have worksheets. Each of these worksheets that you see named data visualization, Excel interface, pivots, and the case may be, they are all called worksheets. Are you with me? This old workbook, this whole screen that you can see is called a workbook. Are you with me? So Excel is made up of rows and columns, and within an Excel sheet, you have cells, as the case may be. And in the top part, you have various tabs for your Excel. You have the Home tab, Insert tab, Page layout, Formula, Data, as the case may be. As I used to tell my students, or those I teach Excel, I like to mention to them the tabs that you use repetitively. So if you are new to Excel, you are using Excel, most of the tabs you make use of most times the Home tab, Data tab, Insert, and the View. Those are the tabs you make use of. You only get to use other tabs when you want to do some advanced or specific calculations, as the case may be. But most times you should get familiar with the Home tab, Insert tab, Data tab, and the View tab. Are you with me? Okay. So please, favor, I will need you to like just let me know like if you can hear me, because I say you can hear me, so I get to know you guys can hear me. Okay. So let me just move on to the data visualization for today. Then every other thing I'll be explaining it as the class go on. So data visualization I have here is the graphical representation of data and information to help people understand patterns, trends, insight in the data more easily. Are you with me? So if you have a report you are working on and you would love to visualize it, Excel, you can actually use Excel to visualize your data. There are also other tools for visualizing your data like Power BI. Are you with me? But you can also do that on Excel. But because of this class, we are limiting the visualization to, okay, say make me the host. Okay, let me do that. Okay, please just confirm you can unmute now. I just made you an host now.
Yes, yes, thank you very much. Thank you. You can go ahead. I just wanted to affirm that we can hear you, we can see you, and we're following the class.
Okay, please, sorry, in case I'm too fast, please just call my attention, or in case, because I like saying, if I like to confirm if you guys can hear me. So when I say you can hear me, just let me know. And if I'm too fast, please just do on me. I will slow down. I'll slow down. So as I said earlier on, Excel, like there are lots of visualization softwares like Power BI. Power BI also helps you to visualize your data, also do some analysis, much more than Excel. But today, for this class, we are looking at how we can visualize our data in Excel. Are you with me? So here, I said it involves using elements like charts, graphs, maps, and other visual aids to present complex data in a way that is clear, concise, and visually appealing. Are you with me? So the goal of data visualization is that you are taking your analysis or your analysis from just calculations, figures, typing. You are bringing it, you are converting those things into what? Into charts. Are you with me? So what do we also have here? The primary goal of data visualization is to make data more accessible, understanding, allowing individuals to make informed decisions and communicate findings effectively. What else do we have here? I said popular types of data visualizations include, okay, popular types of data visualization includes line graph, bar chart, scatter plot, pie charts, as the case may be. And I gave some guidance as to when we use some charts. So there are some charts you can use for some type of particular information, but as you practice your data visualization skills, you get to know which chart is good for a particular type of information. Are you with me? So for example here, I just made mention of three types of charts. The first one here is bar charts. If you are trying to compare sales across various products, are you with me? So for instance, Dangote now, Dangote, we have various business units that brings in revenue. Dangote has Dangote Sugar, Dangote Cement, Dangote Indomie. Those are the various business units under Dangote that brings in revenue. Do you get? So if you want to communicate the revenue by product, are you with me? Using a bar chart will be much more like helpful. Let me just do a small scenario analysis so you get to see what I mean by that. So let's come here. Dangote product, cement, sugar, Indomie. Let's give these guys. We're just doing a random figure just to aid our understanding. Okay. So this is an example of bar chart. Can we all see this? Please, can we all see this?
Yes, I can, sir.
Okay, okay. So this is an example of bar chart. So a bar chart is actually is advisable, recommendable to use when you are trying to between various categories. Do you get? You are comparing a lot of categories with just one unique value. So for instance, I'm comparing product with sales. So for sales, I have various products that are bringing in that sales. Do you get? So this is what visualization is all about. You are trying to convert. So if you are reporting an information now and you send this to your boss that in this particular month, Indomie brought in 500K, sugar brought in 300,000, cement brought in 200K, share you get, and you send it to him or her or your superior as the case may be. And imagine you are now communicating this using chat. Do you get? This will help with what? This will at least, increase the decision making or increase understanding and see that okay, it's much more understandable in this case. Do you get? So the goal of visualization is just to communicate your findings more effectively. That's just it. Do you get? So instead of me saying these things in figures, I can now see it in charts. Do you get? It stays in my head more. So visualization is just simple. Convert what you have in your analysis into basic charts. Are you with me? So we just did a little, and I'm just trying to explain the bar chart and how it looks like. So in Excel, where will you find the chart, like how to insert chart and the rest as the case may be? You will find that in your insert tab, in your Excel. If you click it, if you see where my cursor is now, you see recommended charts. So because we have nothing selected, let me just highlight this here. So I show you the various charts we have. So, okay, this guy just come back here, all charts. So if you see here, these are the charts available in Excel. So you have column charts, column bar charts, you have line charts, pie charts, bar charts, area chart, as the case may be. So the information you are trying to communicate determines the chart you can use for it. Do you get? So your understanding about charts and also the information you want to communicate is very key before you like jump or decide to do any visualization at all. Are you with me? So we have bar charts, line charts. So I will just explain this theory then before I go into further explanation. So for line charts, you can use line chart basically if you are trying to communicate an information that has to do with years or months. That's why you see a use for showing trends over time. Are you with me? So maybe for instance, let me also use the sales scenario. You are trying to communicate or to do an analysis. You have analysis that is showing you the revenue you've made per year, maybe for 2021, 2022, for the last 5 years. Do you get? A line chart is suitable for that. Do you get? So a line chart will be easier to communicate. So let me just do small because basically in Excel is more of practical to boost understanding. Theory does not really explain Excel well until you try to practice what you are being, what is being told. So let me just come here. Product revenue. Let me just come here. 1K. Let's say 100 here. Sorry, I'm just trying to do some magic in Excel instead of me just formulating figures. Okay, so here now I have revenue for like the past 6 years here, and I want to communicate it using charts. Don't forget the goal of visualization is that you want to convert your analysis using charts. Do you get? What you have to do, just highlight the area of concern, the information you want to you want to convert, highlight it, then go to your insert tab, click on recommended chart. Once you click on recommended chart, Excel will actually tell you the various charts you could use to communicate such information. Do you get? But in this case here, if you can you all see this? It's giving me line chart because you notice that I have information like year. in what I'm trying to communicate. So a line chart. So if you all can see this, can you all see this brief explanation underneath here? Please confirm if you can see my
Yes,
screen. Okay.
yes, I can. I can.
Okay. So you will see here, a line chart is used to display what trends over time, years, months, and days, or categories when the order is important. Do you get? So if you see this, if I click on OK now, can you see what a line chart does? So it's showing me how my revenue has been moving over the years. Do you get? So those are what I mean. These are the advantages of
Yes,
charts. Instead of me just seeing it in like in this format, if I'm seeing it chart, I can better say, okay, why is it that my revenue is high in 2002 and it dropped in 2003? Do you get? Because the guys you report to, the top management you report to, when you are reporting to them, you don't report consolidated information. You report brief. I mean, how would I put it? You report key insights. You don't come and show them the whole balance sheet, the whole journal, the whole entry. Do you get? You show them key informations for decision making. You don't start telling them that we need to debit this before we arrive at that balance sheet. No, you only want to see key informations. Do you get? And when you're also visualizing too, you should also visualize only what key information that are important for what decision making. Are you with me? Okay, okay. So
yes, I do.
that's just that. Sorry, I like saying, "Are you with me?" or "Do you hear me?" I'm used to because I like to like carry my guys along. But so far, I hope
Sadly,
I've not been speaking magic. Are
no,
you
you
guys getting
haven't.
me?
Can you just zoom a little, like for those using their mobile devices, so that it can be more bolder. Is it something
Okay.
you can just do?
Please
All right.
confirm if is this okay?
I believe this should be fine. I believe this should be fine. I think
Okay.
so. Febechi, do you think this is okay?
Let him confirm if this is okay.
But I think it's fine. We can just continue.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so I would just like so when people say data visualization, it's actually a big topic that is beyond that cannot be actually we can't actually finish in in 1 hour or 2 hours or one day. Do you get? But I would try my best to see how I can pass it across in this. Somebody said she can't see the last letter. Okay, I will just scroll like this. If you have the material, you can like just open it and you can just follow me as
Use
you
it,
get.
yeah,
So
in the end.
you can just use that as a guide to what I'm explaining.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. If you have the material, it'll be easy. I don't need to zoom in or zoom out. So as I was saying, visualization is beyond a 1 hour or 2 hour classes. Do you get? So I have a particular training I do where I teach Excel and teach data analytics, but just basically for Excel alone. So, but let's see how far we can go today, and by God's grace, we will get somewhere. So as I was saying, so I will just have to chip in this before we go on. So for data visualization, there are some key important elements you need to understand before you start visualizing your data, because data visualization is the last thing you do after. I mean, after you've done your analysis, you've done any other thing you want to do, you get. So as you can see in your material, we have a data set that I shared with you. So in that data set, we'll be carrying out the various steps that will lead us to our what? Data visualization, and we'll be creating a mini dashboard
Okay.
before the end of this class. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So for data visualization, let me just say data analysis. Let me just use that word so that because if I say data visualization, it's as if I want to be doing the end show. I call it like the last step. So first of all, you have the data you are working on. Do you get? Before you work on that data, you need to clean it. Data cleaning involves ensuring that the errors in the information shared by you, by your boss or by your superior, do you get, is free from error. Are you with me? You don't want to be communicating wrong information or wrong insights. Do you get? Because once they start noticing that what you churn out or what you send, I mean, includes error, it's not good for your image and it's not also good for your appraiser. Do you get? So you have to ensure that you clean your reports. You ensure that the report is at least 98% or 99% valid or correct. Are you with me? So data analysis involves you cleaning your data, then you start doing your analysis itself. Do you get? And what does analysis involve? Analysis involve drawing out insight from your information. Do you get? Drawing out insight from your information. The data available, what are the various insights that you think your superior or your boss or top management will be interested in? Another word for it is KPI, key performance indicators. In the industry you are working in your place of work, what are those key KPI, key insight or KPIs, key performance indicators that are key in your company? So when you know that, you can actually analyze your data and communicate or visualize such KPI. It will be wrong when you are communicating an information that is not beneficial to your company. Do you get me? It's like reporting on inflation, and your company is into something that inflation is not really a big deal for them. Do you get? So you need
Yeah.
to understand the KPI you have before you start doing analysis and before you do visualization at all. Are you with me? So,
Yeah.
and also there is, so for data visualization, because we will soon be going into the data set, for data visualization, for you to actually enjoy it better, you need to also understand what we call pivots. Are you with me? Pivot in Excel helps your visualization to be interesting. Why? Because once you change your original data, your pivot can automatically refresh the updated information and also impact your chart or your visualization. You don't need to go back and start creating your chart from the beginning. Do you get? So if the visualization you are doing is coming from a pivot, if there's an update to the original data, you can then just refresh your data and your pivot will populate everything and it will enter into your your visualization. So let me just do a small equation. So data cleaning.
Hi, Mr.
Is
Toyib. Okay, you're
equals
here.
to, after that you do your pivot. That's what is basically your data visualization. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We lost you for a moment, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. Apologies. I think it's Nigerian network. It's Nigerian network.
Yes.
I'm already tired of this country, but what can we do?
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Before we run
Fine.
away, let's enjoy Nigeria some more before we run away. So
Yeah.
please, if I'm too fast, please just let me know. Just let me know. Apologies. I'm just trying to see how fast I can communicate these guys. So as I've said earlier on, before you do any analysis that will result into data visualization, you need to first clean your data. Are you with me? So let me just go to that data cleaning first and explain what data cleaning revolves around. Do you get? So if you all can see my screen, let me just increase, let me zoom in. Let me zoom
Yeah, we
in.
can. Yeah,
I
we
think this is
can.
okay now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me come back here. So these are my own personal basic data cleaning steps. It's not like this is the recommended. These are just the ones I apply to ensure they are basic. I mean, errors. My reporting is free from errors. Do you get? So yeah, number one,
Yeah.
I say save the original data set. Are you with me? What save original data set means is that if your boss or superior sends you something, do you get? Don't just work on that report like that. Duplicate that report. Work on a duplicated one. Do you get? Because there might be some information, once you delete from the original, you might not be able to recover it again. So just duplicate to be on the safe side, because you might end up needing more information from there. Do you get? So number one, save the original data set, duplicate it. That's just what it means. Number two, check your report. Is there any extra spaces? What extra spaces means is that in your report or in your data, let me just show you what I mean. Let me come here. So if you all can see my screen, can you all see this row, this cell is A56, Lola Burrell.
Yes,
So if you
yes,
see
I
here now,
can.
it's different from cell A55. Why? Because there are extra spaces before maybe the person that was typing that information, had to press space before he could type his information. Do you get? So you need to correct that. Do you get? So these are what we call extra spaces. So if you check here, we still have some other extra spaces. So before you work on your report, ensure you take care of what extra spaces. These are just some basic data cleaning stuff. So you also need to check your report and ensure you remove what we call, tweet or blank cells. If your boss sends you an information and you notice that in a particular cell, there should be something there and there's nothing there, you need to call the attention of your boss to it. Or if it's something that you can correct, you need to do what? Tweet it. That's what number 3 means. Select and tweet all blank cells. Check your report. If there is a cell, maybe for instance, 2, we have 2 here, you have 2 here, 2 plus 2 should give us 4. Then you have 2 here, you have 3 here. It should be 2 times 3 is 6, right? But there is nothing there. Do you get? If it's something you can correct, then you correct it yourself. Do you get? You can't just work on a report without going through or skimming through the report to ensure that there is no missing information there. Hope we are all getting this.
Yes, sir. We are following. A couple of persons are still on the call and they are following, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. So that's what selecting and treating all blank cells mean. Do you get? So that's it. So number 4 says convert numbers stored as text into numbers. So what this means is that in Excel, basically, let me just come here, view. Let me include my grid lines back. So in Excel, when you type, for instance, let me type my name. My name is Toheeb. Text, that is alphabet, they align to the left. When you see here align to the left, it means that there will be spaces in front of what you type in. But numbers, for instance, 1, 2, 3, they align to the what? Align to the right. Do you get? Which means there will be space in front of it. So text align to the left, numbers align to the what? To the right. So when you see a case where numbers is aligning to the what? To the left, you need to what? Ensure that it is aligned where? Back to the
You're
what?
right.
To
Right.
the right. Do you get? These are some basic rules of data preparation or data analysis. Do you get? So you have to look through your report. Why is this information to the right? So you need to check for that as well. So to align to the left or to the right, you'll find it in your what? In your home tab under the alignment section. So this is your home tab. You see it under the alignment section. Align to the left, align to the right. So that's it. Let me bring this guy back here. Then number 5 says remove duplicate. Remove duplicate. So what remove duplicate means is that you check for your report. You can have the same. What duplicate means is that you are having the same information appearing twice or appearing 3 times. Before you start an analysis, you have to ensure you remove what? You remove duplicate. So we'll be doing these steps in this data set and you see how everything works out. Are you with me? So ensure you remove duplicate. So what duplicate means is that you have Toheeb 100,000. You also have Toheeb again. Let me convert this guy back here. 100,000. Do you get? They are the same information. There is nothing that is making them different. Do you get? The only reason why this guy can be different is if it has a first name. Maybe the first name is Olugbode and the first name of this one is Shitu. So in this case, they are not duplicates. They only have the same first name. Is it last name? Do you get? But they have different surname. Do you get? So in this case, they are not duplicate, they are unique. Do you get? The only case where they are duplicate is if from all the information in that data set, they are both the same thing. Do you get? So let me just so that you don't mix it up. I have name, name, salary. So I have Olugbode. Let me do show Badmus 10,000. Okay, 20. Not a ton. I have show Badmus 20,000. So if we check here now, okay, which other one do you have? Let me copy this guy here. So if you check here now, you have Olugbode Toheeb, you have 100,000. You have Shitu Toheeb, 100,000. These two guys are not the same thing because this first name that we have here is not the same thing. The only case where an information will be duplicate is if you have the same information in name, the same information in the second name, and the same information in salary. Do you get? That means all the information entered or keyed in by that person is the same thing. Do you get? So that's why in some complaints, I know there are cases where you might see somebody that is also bearing your exact same name and your exact same surname. Do you get? So in that case, if you guys are both working in the same company, you can't have the same what? Employee ID. Do you get? So there has to be a key identifier that will separate two people together. Do you get? So it's that key identifier that must not appear twice. So maybe the key identifier here is 001, or let's say 111. If this one is now 112, then we will know that they are not what duplicate. But if it is 111, then we know they are what duplicate. So I'm just trying to explain what duplicate actually mean. So that's it basically. So you remove duplicate, you also check for your information, convert text to lower, upper, and proper. So what that means is that if you have an information where, for instance, my name is in caps. Okay. So I have Oluwaseun here. Do you get? So maybe in the information, there are some names written in capital letters. Do you get? There are some names written in capital letters. Also, do you get? But there's a particular information. But there's a particular information that is not written in capital letter, and you need to convert it. Do you get? You need to ensure that all your information follow the same format. Do you get? So how do you do that? Because there might be a case where it's not just one of the information that has that same issue. How do you do that? Just go to a free column and do equals to proper. Do we all see that? What proper does is that it converts all the text into what? It ensures that the first letter is in capital letters. Do you get? So this one won't convert this one to capital letters. So we are using upper. So what upper does is that it converts everything to what? Capital letters. Are you with me? So upper convert to what? Uppercase. Are you with me? So this for upper. Then let's see lower. What lower we do? Lower we convert anything written in capital letters to what? Lowercase or lowercase. We get that. Then for proper,
Yes, sir.
then for proper, what proper we do is your first letter or text here will be in capital, while every other thing will be in what? Small letter. So you do proper. Can we all see? So imagine you are working with, so this is what I always tell my students or tell people. Always imagine that because as the world is evolving, as we are as accountant or finance person, you won't just be working with 100 rows of data. The data we are working with these days is always like 1,500. The list is 500 sometimes, 300, 2,000 rows. Do you get? You have to ensure you know those skills or those shortcuts that will help you to save time. So imagine you don't know the upper, lower, and proper. You will now say, assuming you have 100 names that have the same issue, you will now have to go down and type and type and type and correct for yourself. Do you get? So you'll just be shouting that the work is stressful, whereas it's just you that are here to upskill yourself to be able to carry out that function in like 5 minutes and you are saved. So that's just by the way. I just did this to just explain the upper, lower, and It's not a formula, it's just the same name. Just do equals to and type proper, equals to proper, and just click on the cell you want to convert. That's all. Do you get? It's not a big function or shortcut or so. So that's it. Then the next thing, once you are done, you put data in a table format, then you present your report. So that's it basically for data cleaning. Okay. Okay, so, and I also have a note here. Before removing duplicates, you must have done step 1 to 4 so as not to remove valid data. Do you get? So before you carry out these steps, ensure that you have, before you even remove duplicates in your report, do you get? There are some key things you need to have done before you just jump to removing duplicates. You have to ensure you've carried out some steps first. If you correct some information, then you can then remove duplicate. Duplicate should be the last thing you do after you've cleaned your data. Do you get? It's like the last step you do. Do you get? So that's it basically for data cleaning. So let me then go to any questions so far? Have I been good so far? I hope I'm not too fast. Let me know if I
No,
jump.
from the comment section, it shows people are following. Although Courageous is asking, oh please, I don't get the extra spaces, but I think that area is when you were trying to get rid of extra spaces. So you can just speak to that, but that's the only question so far. Faith says no question.
Okay, so
So
for the extra spaces, once we start doing the visualization of this data set 1 that we have here, you will see how we get rid of it. Do you get? So don't worry, you are covered. So once we get to analyzing and doing visualization, we will get to that. Okay, so let me move to pivot. So the reason why I'm going through all this is because for our analysis, we'll be using a little bit of, we'll be doing pivots, just small pivots. And this will help some of us that don't know pivot and how sweet pivot can be to save you from any stress you are going through. So for those of us that don't know pivot, like me and any other person that don't know pivot before, what pivot does, pivot is an interactive way to quickly summarize your information. So what pivot does is that all the information you have, it summarizes it based on the header of each information. Are you with me? So if you have large informations, pivot will consolidate them. Do you get? Then you can see your information by the revenue. Your pivot will convert everything into one. Do you get? So if you have a revenue for Lagos, a revenue for Ondo, and a revenue for Oyo State, for all states, do you get? And you just want to see the total revenue. Do you get? Pivot will give you that instead of showing it by state. Do you get? So pivot is actually very, very useful tool. Do you get? There are some interviews you will go to after everything they'll ask you, can you use pivot? Do you get? So with that, you can use this to actually boost your understanding of pivot and see how pivot works. So pivot, since somebody's saying, okay. So pivot in Excel helps to summarize large amount of data in a table format. A pivot table is especially designed for querying large amount of data in many user-friendly ways, subtotaling and aggregating numeric data by categories, subcategories, creating custom calculation, and the rest. It also helps to expand collapse levels of data to focus your results, drill down to detail from the summary data, as the case may be. So that's it basically. So don't mind me. I like saying that Excel basically is more of practical than theory. So, but theory also is also good to give us a head start as to what we're about to delve into. So where will you find your pivot? There are some interviewers that are very funny and we ask you some questions. You need to know where or which tab you find your pivot. Your pivots can be found in your insert tab. If you all can see my screen, your insert tab in the pivot table, as you can see here, your insert tab. Anything that has to do with chat can be found in where your insert chat. Anything like slicers that we'll be doing as we go into analysis now can be found inside your where? Inside your insert tab. Shapes can be found where? In your insert tab. Are you with me? So that's it. That's it. So don't forget, for visualization, it comes from cleaning your data, analyzing your data, carrying out data analysis on your data. Then, once you are done analyzing your data, the findings you've arrived at, you want to convert those findings from just words or numbers into what? Into charts. Then everything. So a compilation of all your findings that you've brought into charts becomes what we call a dashboard. Do you get? Becomes what we call a dashboard. A dashboard is a summary of what? Visualizations of the KPIs of the company. Do we all get that? A dashboard is a summary of what?
Yes, sir.
Visualizations of a company's KPI. Do you get? Of a
Yes,
company's
sir.
KPI or a KPI that you've you've derived from your analysis of a particular data set. Do you get? So sometimes your company, your boss will just say, okay, take this, analyze this, and send me a report. That means it's giving you the free will to analyze and communicate what you can find about it. Or sometimes they might tell you, I want to know this, I want to know this. So that means they are limiting you to some key information that they want to see. So you can provide that and also add your own additional findings to it. Do you get? But don't forget, a dashboard just shows you a summary of your findings or your KPIs, but in a chart format, in a shape format, in a pictorial format. Okay, okay, okay. What's the time now? Okay, we still have time. So guys, so let's all just go to this data set and see how we can do a little bit of analysis and create chart out of it. So we have this data set, we have names, gender. So this data set basically is like a report, a data set about the employees of a particular company, the salary they collect, their performance rating, work location, their gender, and the various names we have. Are you with me? So this is what your, like, maybe the HR supplied you with this. Do you get? And you're told to analyze this information. How do we go about it? Don't forget, our first step of data cleaning says what? We need to do what? Save the original what? Data set. So before we do any analysis on it at all, we will do what? We will duplicate this worksheet. Are you with me? Please don't forget, a combination of worksheets.
Yes, sir.
This data, this data set one is a worksheet. Data cleaning is a worksheet. Pivot introduction is a worksheet. A combination of worksheet makes your what? Your workbook. Are you with me? So let's come here. We want to duplicate our worksheet. So just click on it, press your control and drag. Are you with me? It's as easy as that. Let me delete it again. That is a short way of duplicating your report. Click on data set, press control, then drag. That's how to duplicate your report. So let's come and call it duplicate. Let's come here, double click and rename it original. Are you with me? So guys, please, because this section is recorded, you might just want to like just watch me do it and not necessarily try to do it as I'm doing it so that you don't get to miss any other thing since you still get the recording.
Yeah,
So one of the first things you say,
I said I think that's just what they should do since they'll still have access to the recording.
oh, okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So as I said earlier on, let me bring this guy here. Let me bring this guy here. So first of all, when you are giving a report, you want to analyze before you even do your visualization, which is the last thing you should be concerned about. You have to first take a quick look at the information you are given to, quickly inspect it, quickly look at it. Don't just jump and start doing an analysis. Quickly look at it. Hope there's no issue, no error that you need to point out. Do you get? So I'm just taking a look at this report and see if there's any issue. Here I can see there are some extra spaces. I can see extra spaces here. I can see extra spaces here. Do you get? So I know that either means like where you fill in information.
Hi everyone. I think Mr. Toheeb Shehu is having a bit of network setback, but he'll be joining us soon. I'll just reach out to him. He'll be joining us shortly. As soon as he does, we would continue. But just to give you some heads up, first of all, thank you for staying this long. Like, I'm really grateful. And secondly, tomorrow we're going to be having another session. Yes, and Ngozi, because of time difference, she's currently in California and our timing is not the same. So I had to move her session as opposed doing it today. I had to move our session to 6 p.m. tomorrow. So she's going to be here by 6 p.m. tomorrow. Ngozi is an investment professional at the World Bank. She has worked in several places, and trust me, she'll be exposing the keynotes, the key team for the session, for the boot camp. So she'll be talking and she'll also be available to answer your question regarding, oh, how did she get into the World Bank? How did she get into IFC and other things you need to know? Okay, Mr. Sheung is back, Mr. Toheeb is back. So I'll just unmute him and then we continue. And I'll also make him the host so that he can share his screen. So Mr. Toheeb, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
All right. And you can just share your screen. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Please just confirm you can hear my screen. I mean, I said hear my screen. Jesus, help me.
You can see your screen, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So as I was saying, so we have these are our headers. Headers are like what you where you fill in your information. They are key informations. So I can notice that. So I've skimmed through this data. So I'm noticing that the only place where I have issues is my name. I don't have anything like blank. Do you get? So one way I do it is I have these things in my head already. But for me, I've already carried out step one. Step two is to do what? Get rid of what? Extra spaces, right? So for the sake of this class, I will just come here. How do I get rid of extra spaces? There is a function in Excel called trim function. It's called what? Trim function. Ctrl Z. Trim function. Can you see my screen? It's called trim function. So how do I make use of trim function? So since my name headers have some names under it that are not written properly, what will I do? Just come to an empty column. Are you with me? These are your columns. Your alphabet are your columns. Your numbers are your rows. That is one way you can know your rows and column. In Excel, alphabet are your columns. This column E, column F, column J. So come to a free column here, under column H. Come here and do equals to the trim. You type trim and click on what you want to trim. Click on enter. Then you come here. So you don't need to do that same step for everything. Once you do it for one cell, you just come to this place, this small place by the bottom right of the cell. Once your cursor turns to black, just double click. Can you see? So it has applied the formula to every other cell. So if you see here now, this cell A46, what can you see here? You can see that the trim function has what? Taken care of it. It has removed. So that's how you get rid of what? Extra spaces. Do you get? Don't forget, I said, because as a finance person or accountant, we are always dealing with large information. So imagine you are working with thousands of information and you now need to type this back again. It will be stressful. So the string function will save you that stress. So if you come here again, it has saved the information. Do you get it? Has corrected everything. This one again. So once you do that, you can just highlight everything here. Then come back here and paste. Are you with me? Then you've taken care of every every extra spaces, then you can delete this guy here. Is that clear, or I should do it again? Please let me know if I should do it again. If you guys get that, you can just put in the chat box. If you get that, let me know.
So
Okay.
did we get okay, somebody's saying something. Okay, oh, they are requesting you do it again. So you could just
Okay.
times that.
Okay, so let me just go back. So as I said earlier on, so because I noticed that on my name header section, name column, I noticed that there are some names that are written, but when person was typing in, there were extra spaces. So what do I need to do? Go to an empty column. Do your equals to type in your trim and enter. Click on the cell. You can click on even the correct cell. So as you can see here, cell A4 is correct. There is no extra spaces. Because I want to apply the format there to every other cell, I need to click on it. And I'll click on enter. Do you get? So I click on this guy, go to the bottom left corner. So once my cursor changes to black, black plus, then I double click it. Can we all see this? So when I double click it, everything here now, there's no extra spaces. So if you come here, names that have extra spaces have been corrected. For instance, this guy here now has been fully corrected. This guy here, fully corrected. This Lola here has been fully corrected. So what else do I need to do? Just come here, copy everything here and paste in your name column. How do you do that? Just do Control Shift down. That's the way you can highlight everything. Sorry, I play with a lot of this guy. Control Shift plus your down arrow key. If you are using a keyboard or your laptop, can you also see this? Control plus Shift plus your down arrow key. Control Shift down. It helps you to highlight everything downwards. Do you get? And if you are down too, if you are here to press Control Shift up, it will highlight everything up. Do you get? So your Control Shift down helps you to navigate your Excel to the left, to the right, downwards and upward. Do you get? Sorry that I like branching. I just want to assume that we don't really we are all learning together. So Control Shift down, I highlight it. Then I go back up here. I go back up here and I paste it. And we'll see. So I come here, I delete this guy, and I'm good. Do you get? So, and I'm good. So that's it for the removing of extra spaces. So you use your trim function to remove extra spaces. Do you get? So that's it. So I'm done with getting rid of extra spaces. Number 3 says select and treat all blank cells. So I'll quickly check my information. Hope there is no blank cell in this information. I can see there is no blank cell. Okay, there's no blank cell. Just quickly go through it. The next one, convert numbers stored as text into numbers. So I check here. The number format and the text format are okay. Are you with me? Because I'm already familiar with this data, I know that it is okay. Do you get? But you still need to go through it and ensure that they are okay. So as you can see, the texts are aligned to where? To the left, while numbers are aligned to where? To the right. So your text and number formats are what? Are okay. Do you get? So we are fine with that. The next one says remove duplicate. So how do I know or remove duplicate? So there's a function under what? Conditional formatting that only helps you to highlight what? Duplicate. It does not what? Remove duplicate. Do you get? So we are not going to be using this conditional formatting. So for the purpose of this class, to remove duplicate, just click on anywhere in your data set, anywhere within your data set. So this is my data set from my names to performance rating is my data set. I can click anywhere within it. Then I will go to my data. Can we all see it? Go to my data tab, click on remove duplicate. Can we all see this? Click on what? Remove duplicate. Immediately it will give me this pop out. Are you with me? If we can all see this, my data has what? Has headers. I need to what? Click it. Are you with me? Because my data actually have what? Headers. Are you with me? So once you click on it, then you click on what? Okay. So under your data tab, your remove duplicate will help you to what? Automatically remove what? Duplicate found. Do you get? So you will see this pop out. Can we also see this pop out? What is it telling us?
28 duplicate values found and removed.
Oh,
102 unique values remain. Note that
oh,
this count may include empty cells, spaces, etc.
exactly. So instead of you going and be checking, hope I don't have Sheun twice. Hope I don't have Sheun Kinikon twice. Do you get? Excel has helped you to remove what? The duplicate. Do you get? So it has removed it. It has told you that initially there were what? 28 duplicates. So and I've helped you to what? Remove it. So what it's saying is that you can see dot brain, mail, Abuja, accounting, 61289. Let me just copy this guy and put it here. So, and show you how that remove duplicate work. So if you can see this here now, we're having dot brain here, Abi. We have mail, Abuja, accounting. This is what we call duplicate. Exact information is appearing in the next row. Do you get? So let's do our thing again. Go to your data tab, click on remove duplicate. Click on my data as headers. Click on OK. Can you see? It has removed what? That one. Do you see? So that's the beauty of using remove duplicate. It helps you to what? Delete duplicate rows from what? From a sheet. Do you get? So let's go to our other steps. Change text to lower upper. I don't think I have any issues with my text here. All my text here are written what? Properly. Are you with me? So I go back up. It says put the data in a table format. So yeah, now I can then do any other analysis I want to do. So my name there is not written properly. I can rename it. Do you get? So it says, so one of the things I do is to convert my information to a table. Do you get? So converting your information to a table makes your report look beautiful too. Do you get? Then how do you convert your information or data set to a table? Just click anywhere within your data set and press Ctrl T. Can you see? Press Ctrl T. But because I don't want my table to carry the name of my company or the month, I will then highlight everything myself. Can you all see? I highlight everything myself.
Yes.
So I highlight everything myself. Then I tell it that, guy, come on. My table has what? Headers. And I click on OK. Can we all see? Let me go
Yes.
back. Ctrl Z. Click on anywhere within your data set. Click on anywhere within your data set. Anywhere. It can be here. It can be here. It can be here. Then press Ctrl T. Ctrl T is the shortcut for table. So the only reason why I'm highlighting myself and not clicking on my table as headers and OK directly is because I don't want the formatting to affect the name of my company. I want it to only affect to start from this place. So I will highlight everything again and tell you that Excel, my table has headers, and press OK. Can we all see? So see where we are coming from and see where we are now. Is your information not different from what your boss is saying to you? There are some things you need to also factor in. When you are working, you need to add extra value to the report you are sharing back to your superior. Do you get? Because it's value that makes us different, that makes us different from what people we are competing with. Do you get? There are plenty accountants. Do you get? The Excel that all of us is using, we just know it more than each other. Do you get? So you have to be somebody of value. Report they are saying to you, what value are you adding to it? Do you get? If somebody else cannot provide that value, if you want to leave your company to be hard for you, for them to leave you, is it that they say, okay, come, what are they trying to offer you? Let's give you that money. Stay with us, please. Do you get? So I'm just trying to chip in one or two things that makes you stand out in the workplace. So as I come here, so there's a thing about table. If you click inside there, you will see this tab. Can we also see this tab? Table design immediately after our Power Pivot. But if I click outside of it, it will disappear because there are some tabs in Excel that will not appear unless you have already used it before. So because I just created this table design, this table, my table design will come up. But if I click outside of the table, it will not come up. So if I click inside of it, it will come up. Like I can click on it, change the format. I don't like this color. It's this one I like, this one I like, this one I like, this one I like. Do you get? So I like blue, so let me stay with blue. Do you get? So I'm just showing you other ways you can change the format of your table. Do you get? Which one is fine?
Yeah.
Let's stay, let's stay with this guy. Oh, no, let me use blue. Sorry, I like blue. Okay. Hope you are all getting it. Hope I'm not too fast though. Apologies. This 1 hour, how many hours did people give me is small actually. I thought we actually started it, so I would do plenty things. But anyways, I'll see how we can do much more. Okay, somebody said I'm not fast. I always think I'm fast. It's as if I used to hear myself too fast. I don't know. But thank you, Vivian. So as I was saying, so see where we are coming from and see where we are now. Do you get? There has been value added to this report. The report is looking much more better than what my boss sent to me. Do you get? Even though I send this back to him, he'll say, nice work, nice work. I like what you did. At least it's not what he gave me that I'm sending back to him. Do you get? The report is much more better than where it is coming from. Do you get? So I can then make this report beautiful, but let us leave that for now. So this is a report now. So now we want to enter into our analysis. We just cleaned our data now. We've converted it to a table. We now want to present a report like last. We're not presenting yet. We want to visualize it. Do you get? So you can't visualize something that is not existing. Do you get? So for those that are still on the call, this information is like an HR report. What information do you think we can derive from this information? Before I tell you what we can also derive from this information. So what information would you like to see if we are the owner of Vector Group of Company? So Vector is actually the name of my Excel training academy. Let me put it like that. So if you are the owner of my company and you have this report, what would you like to see from this report? So let's use 5 minutes to brainstorm that. Oh yeah. I'm in the chat box.
Okay,
So I'm
let's
looking
use
at
the
it.
chat box. So yeah, I'll type my own.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I want to learn from you. It's not that only me. I want to learn from you, please. Oh yeah.
We are at the chat box. You can go. We
Okay,
have a couple
let me go there.
of suggestions.
If we are analysts already. Oh. Work efficiency, yeah. Salary structure of the firm, difference in performance. Nice one. Okay. You guys have done well so far. So as you can see here now, so you can see that you have your own, you have various KPIs. Do you get? So when you are analyzing, you have to come up with, okay, what are the various KPIs that this set of information can give me? Do you get? Then you will now see, can I derive that insight from this available data set? Do you get? There is there is one thing to know that an HR data set should give me this type of information. There's one thing that is my company keeping such data that will enable me to arrive at such information. Do you get? You can't go and formulate a KPI with another data that your company is not providing you. Do you get? So it is the available data that will help you to derive the insights that you want to communicate. Okay? Somebody said ratio of remote to on-site. You people are boss, so ratio of gender. That's nice. That's nice. So from this one, because of this class session, I'll be listing some stuff we'll be doing with this, and we'll see how we are going to be using it. Okay. So number one, let me quickly type it and do magic. Can you all see my screen? It's as if I'm not seeing my screen.
We can see your screen. We can see your
Please,
screen.
please confirm what you can see.
So we're currently looking at the duplicate sheets where we have our gender, our location, the department, salary, and the rest. Is that where you are over there in your end?
Yes. Thank you. I just wanted to confirm. So let
Okay,
me
sir.
do my magic. Let me do my magic. Okay. So let us come here. So let me beautify this our reports before we go on and doing any dashboards. So if you check here now, Vector is the name of our company. Are you with me? So instead of having the name just one side, and this is your whole report, your report spans from A to what? To G. Do you get? It is recommended. Well, I mean, let me say I recommend that you ensure that the name of your company also consumes it from where? A to G, and ensures that Vector group of companies in the middle, whether somewhere between D and E. Do you get? Not just to A side. So how do you do it? So there's this function in Excel under your home tab that is called merge and center. Are you with me? Merge and center. How do you do that? You highlight the whole cell you want to merge. Can you see what I just did? I just highlight everything here from A to G. And I go to my home tab. Under my home tab, I go to where? Alignment. And I click on what? Merge and center. Can you see? It will help me to bring what I have. Since if I highlighted A to H, do you get? It will put anything I type here in the middle. Do you get? So because I highlighted A to G, it will only put that, it will only merge A to G and put anything I type inside. So now it has converted A, B, C, D, E, F, G, this A1, B1 to G1 to what? To just one cell. So I'll do the same thing for this guy too. Just to make my report look different. I can bold it, come here to bold it. Do you get? Let's make it different from what. So for me here now, I am here now. Have you not done magic? We've done magic. Are you with me? So let's go to creating our dashboard. Let me open a new worksheet. Let's call it HR dashboard. So, okay. Before we do the dashboard, we will need to apply the use of pivot. Do you get? So we are going to be seeing how we're going to be making use of pivot here. So to the right-hand side, you can see the various, let me reduce this guy or increase it, change the font. So these are the various, let me move this guy. So these are the various insights we want to be showing with this our information for today, for today's class. So these are the various things we want to be showing with this small information that we have. Total number of employees, total salary made, average salary, gender distribution, and the rest. Do you get? And to do all this, we'll be needing the help of what? Of pivot. Do you get? So let's see how pivot plays its role. To apply pivot, just click on anywhere within the information you want to apply pivot with. Click anywhere within that information. So I can click anywhere here. come here, click anywhere here. Once I do that, I go to what? My insert. Then I click on what? Pivot table. Can you all see this? Excel will automatically highlight everything within my what? Within my table. Do you get? So once it does that, it will ask me, do I want to, create the pivot in a new worksheet? What it means is that Excel will open another worksheet for me and put my pivot there. Or do I want to create it in an existing worksheet, which is the same worksheet that I have my HR dashboard? But for me, I don't want it in the same worksheet. Let me just open it in another worksheet. So I'll just click on what? Okay. Can we all see this? So this is what we call pivot. Whether it's in Dubai, it is in Canada, it is in UK. There are some skills that once you know it's the same way. Excel that you know in Nigeria is not different from the Excel that they use in Japan, Canada, UK, or anywhere. Anywhere, it is the same thing. Do you get? So this is what we call pivot table. Do you get? The headers of your information. Where is this information? Let me name this guy. Pivot. Let me come here. So if you can see here now, so in your pivot table, there are things we call table fields and pivot table areas. Are you with me? So your pivot table field consists of the headers of your information. If you have 10 headers, name, gender, location, department, salary, work location, performance rating, and you still have any other number of what field that you have here. Do you all get me? So as you can see here now, from names and it ends with what performance rating, it is because that is where the header of our information also enters. Do you get? So your pivot table field is consists of what? The header of your information. So when I was explaining pivot the other time, I said what pivot does is to consolidate your information. So at this point, you won't be seeing dot brain again or Rumi Sandeva again. You only be seeing your headers. That's what consolidation does. It consolidates your information and only show you the header of that information. So everything under it will not appear again until you want to do further analysis. Are you with me? So these are your headers, pivot table field and pivot table areas. So for these pivot table areas, we have 4 areas or sections. We have filters, we have rows, we have columns, and we have values. Are you with me? Your rows and column perform the same function. The difference between these two is just that any information you are putting in your column will appear in the columnar format. Are you with me? Any information you are putting in your row will appear in a row format. Do you get? But most time, people make use of what role because the information appear understandable using role. Do you get? But as you use your pivot, you will get to know which information appears better, whether in a columnar format or in a row format. Okay. Why your value sorry. So why your
Right.
value area? Thank you very much. So why your value section is used when so what actually goes into your value section is any headers that has to do with value. Are you with me? It has to do with value. So before I start explaining theory, let's do practical because practical explains Excel better than just theory. Okay, so let's go on. So these are our duplicate information. We said number one, we want to show what? Total number of what? Employees, Abi. So let's come here. Number one, total number of employees. Are you with me? So total number of employees. How can I get my total number of employees? I can use the name header to get what? The total number of employees. Do you get? If you want to achieve a particular information or insight or KPI, you have to know which headers you are going to be working with. Do you get? I want to know total number of employees now. The header I'll be going to or the column header I'll be working with is my what? is my name column or name header. Do you get? So you can either call it a name column or a name header, as the case may be. Do you get? So it's the number of employees that I have here that will determine the number of employees that I have. So what will I do? I'll just go to my names and put it here. Are you with me? So anything you put in your value, what value we do is that it will count it. Are you with me? If you put a column that is text into this place, if you notice this column here, this column for name, everything under it is what is text. Are you with me? What it will do is that it will refer this text that you have here as one. This one too as one. So it will now be adding 1 plus 1 plus 1. I don't know if you guys get me. But if that column is value, if it is 2 that is in A4 and 2 that is here, it will be doing 2 plus 2. But if it is text you are bringing into value, it will be adding the values, the text in each cell as 1. But it's the values you are putting it here, it will be summing it up by the values that is there. It will be doing 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 10 as the case may be. So any text you are putting in this value section, it will be counting it as just 1. So that's why you can see here that we have what? 100 employees. Are you with me? So we are done with the first guy. Let's move on to the second guy. So that is for what? Total number of employees. Where's number 2? Let's go back here.
The salary paid.
So number 2 says what? Total salary paid. Are you with me? I can't go back. I can't be doing all the time and come here and be creating pivots every time. Do you get? To save yourself on stress, the previous pivot that has been created, just come here. Can you see where I'm highlighting from? I light up to this place and press Ctrl C. Come here and press Ctrl V. You've automatically created what? A new pivot. What you just need to do is just come here, remove this guy because you want to do something different from the old one. Abi? So number 2 is what? Total salary what? Page, right? Don't forget, you only copy the pivot section. So total salary page, how do I get that? My salary can only be under what? Salary what? Column or salary header. Do you get that? Is column E. So I go to my pivot. I'm working with what? My salary. Do you get? Because salary column is a value column. I'm putting it under what? Values. Do you get? It will give me the total number of what? Total number of salary. So let me come here. I don't like this font. Let me change it. Calibrate. Can we all see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you very much. So that is for my total salary page. I go to the next guy too. What's number 3? Number 3 is what? Average salary. I come here, number 3. Average salary. Do you get? I come down here. I come here again. I copy everything here. I paste. I remove this guy. But because I'm still working with salary, but in this case here now, I'm not getting what? Total salary. What am I getting? I'm getting average salary. So I will come here, drag it into my what? Value section. But it's still giving me what? Total salary.
Oh, salary.
Do you get? Average means not the highest, not the lowest, in between. Do you get? So I will now come here. Do you get? This drop down section helps you to format your what? Your value area. Do you get? So just click on this drop down. Go to value field settings. Can you see here? Sum, count, average. Just click on average. Then you click on OK. So it's telling you that in that company, the average salary they pay is what? 440,000. Do you get? So you can know from where you start billing the HR. Do you get? So in my company now, I pay people at least 440,000. I think that my company is doing well. So that's it for for average salary. So we've done these 3 guys. So can we all see how we use pivot to solve some issues? Do you get? So number 4 is what? I want to do. Where's this guy changing now? I said number 4, I want to do gender distribution. distribution. I will now come here. I'll copy the same guy too. Control V. I'm not working with salary column again. I'm working with which column now? I'm working with
Gender.
gender. Are you with me? So I will just come here, gender. But because I want to do gender distribution, what gender distribution means is that I want to know the number of male I have and the number of what
Female.
female I have. Do you get? So that means I'll be working with the value section because the value section will help me to count the gender that I have, the number of male and number of what female. Are you with me? Then
Yes.
I will now have to pick between column and row that I want to work with because row will help me to break down this value. Let me show you what I mean. So let me come here, gender. So here now it's telling me that I have 100 employees. That's what it's telling me. But it's not telling me which of them is what male and which of them is what female.
Female.
Are you with me? It is only
Yes.
when I put it in, I carry the same gender, I put it in row or I put it in column that will now break down anything I have inside is my value. Do you get? So if I put gender here, what can you see? It will break down what is inside this place. Can you see? So it's not telling me that for my 100 employees, so I have what 63 male and 37 what female. Are we clear on that?
Yep.
If I say I don't want it to be, if I say I don't want to put it here, I put it here. Can you see? So what the row and column does the same function. It's just that the way it will appear will be different. Do you get? So anything you put in your value section and you still want to see the breakdown, just put additional information, put another thing here. Do you get? So maybe I don't want to work with gender. I want to work with department. Can you see? It's telling me the number of people that I have in each department. Do you get? So what this row or column does is that it is used to what? To break down any information that is already existing in your value. Do you get? Whether in a columnar format or okay. Okay, so let us go on gender. I put it here. Can you see? So here I'm saying I have male 3. So most I said earlier on that it's always better you put it on the what? On word because it makes your information more understandable. So what's the next guy? I think we are done with number 4. The next guy is salary by gender. I want to know which of my employees is receiving the highest salary. Do you get? So instead of me repeating my information again, my pivot or creating my pivot again, let me just come here, copy these guys. Sorry guys that we are taking plenty time. It's just that Control Z. It's just that data visualization is not in 1 hour or 2 hour class. So come here. So we are doing salary by gender. Okay, so I come here. I remove this guy. I remove this guy. So we are doing salary by gender. So I come here, salary. I want to break down this my salary by gender. So I can come here, gender, put it here. Can we all see? Don't forget, I said anything you put in your values, anything you put in your row or column will break down this salary. So this guy is telling me that I am paying 29 million to the males I have in my department. I'm paying 14.3 to the females. Are you with me? Okay. So that's for salary by gender. I can come back here and color it. Let's go to the next guy. Number 6, salary by mode of work. So if you check your information here now, salary by mode of work. So that means I'm working with 2 columns. I'm working with both my salary column and my what? My work location column. Do you get? So I will now come here again. Copy this guy. Don't forget, if you copy from here, your pivot will not copy. Only copy from here up to the pivot section. That's number 6. Number 6 is what? Salary by work mode. So I come here, I go to gender, I remove gender, I remove salary. So I'm working with salary and what? work mode. So I come here. So this is it. So I can see that from the 44 million I'm paying those that are working on site 28 million. So I pay more people that is on site than more people that are working what remotely. Are you with me? So these are just various ways you can use to use pivot to achieve your information. We still have, so let me quickly do it. So that we can quickly move on sharp. So let's copy this guy. The next guy, salary by location. That's number 7. Let me see if I can do it here. Number 7. Salary by location. So I copy this guy. I remove this guy. Salary by location. So we have salary by location. Number 8. Number 8 is what? Employees by mode of work. I copy this guy. I paste it here. Location. So I'm doing employees by mode of work. Employees by mode of work. Okay. Okay, so I want to do employees by mode of work. I want to know number of people that are working on site, number of people that are working remotely. So that means I'll be doing work location against work location itself. Do you get? Because I want to know number of people that are working on site and remotely. Which other guy do I have here? That's number 9. So the more you play with the pivot, once maybe after this class, you try to practice it and you will see how pivots will help you. So the key thing is that since you don't make use of or practice, you won't get to know other advanced element of it to understand it better. Are you with me? So number 9, total number of employees. Let me come here. Number 9, total number of employees by location. So I copy, come here. So I come here, total number of employees by location. Full location here. Full gender here. Which other one do I have? Number 10, total salary by location. Have we not done that? Salary by location. Oh, we've not done it. Number 10. Score is number 10. So let me copy this guy. Total salary by location. So I can move this guy. Bring in salary. So what else do I have? Sorry that I'm fast now. I'm just watching time. Total salary by department. That would be number 11. Copy this guy here. Okay. So we are doing total salary by department. So I remove location because I'm working with salary and what? Department. Are you with me? So this is how you can show your information. I light all this. Go to comma. Okay. So that is total salary by department. Which other one do we have? What's the last one? Performance rating. Performance rating. Okay. So let's copy this guy. Number 12. So we want to do performance rating. So let's come here, copying here. So as you can see here, I'm clicking inside my pivot, but my pivot is not appearing. Do you get? Once you are clicking inside your pivot and your pivot is not appearing, what can you do? Just click inside anywhere inside your pivot. Immediately you click inside it, you will see what we call a pivot table analyze tab that will appear here. So just click on it. Once you click on it, go to your right hand side. You will see what we call field list. just click on field list, then it will appear back. So that you'll not be looking like, where did my pivot table field run to? So we are doing performance rating by gender. So what do? We come here, performance rating by gender. So here I can see the number of female that are poor, number of female that are good, number of male that are average, number of female that are good, as the case may be. Do you get? So we have tried to represent all this information using pivot. Do you get? So once you are done using pivot, then you can now, from your pivot, build your chart and visualize your data. Do you get? So now we are moving into building our dashboard and visualizing all this data that we have so far. Any question before we start doing our dashboard? Sorry, guys, I'm taking your time home.
I'm so sorry. I think we can, Mr. Toheeb.
Yes.
Aside from this, I think this is the point where we wrap it up after the dashboard, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Don't worry, guys, if you're still on the call, just know that Mr. Toheeb has a very extensive class where he breaks this down one after the other. This is just to lay the foundation. So if you are still very much more interested in becoming a data analyst, I would send you not his contact, but his LinkedIn page, and also where you can sign up for the training. But we'll just take this last part. I'm sure we are tired and exhausted, but trust me, you cannot be more exhausted than the person actually taking the training. So I want us to be resilient and just give it the final push so that we can see the output of this data cleaning we have been working on. So thank you very much, Mr. Toheeb. Over to you, sir.
Okay. So sorry, guys. So anything Excel cannot actually be done in a rush. Do you get? I'm just trying to teach you things that takes week in these hours. So just stay with us and let's see where we get to. Do you get? And if you have any other questions, so you can reach out to Favor or reach out to me. Do you get? And you can also use the videos. How would I say it? You can use the recordings to also try to do your own and share with her or share with me, as the case may be. So let's just delve into the dashboard. Left to me, I can do all this ASAP, but for learning purpose, we have to carry everyone along so that we can all learn together. Are you with me? So let me bring this guy down. So I want to create a dashboard. So please just watch me do it. Then you can watch the recording. I'll be explaining in between. So I go to my view. I remove my grid lines because I like to build dashboard. So I want to create something beautiful. Something beautiful. Just watch us. Just watch. You can also do this. Never say, can I do this? No. No. So let's use this one. Let me carry this guy up. Okay, I think this should be enough for us. Okay. So let me come here. Okay. I think this is enough. Okay. So what's the name of our company? The name of our company is Vector Group of Companies. So I would try to insert the name of the company. So as I said earlier on, please just watch. You will get it. I can answer your questions later. So I draw this guy. So I'm going to my insert tab to create a shape. This is just to design, basically. I'm just trying to design. So come to this guy. Okay, so insert. So type in anything. You go to your insert tab, you go to your shape, you click on the text box. Your text box affords you to create a shape where you can type in something. As you can see, I just created a shape that is now allowing me to type something. So the name of my company is Vector Group of Companies. Vector Group of Companies. HR report for the month of July 2023. So I come here, I increase it, I click on the shape, I put it in the middle, I break it down. I can carry this guy. Before I carry it, I click on it. Once I click on it, I will have a shape format where I can edit my information. Shape fill, it means that I want to remove. If you check here, the background color of this thing is white. I can come here and change. So if you can see my screen, you will see that the background color is changing. But for me, I don't want any background color, so I'll click on no fill. No fill means there won't be any background color. So I can come here and say shape outline. As you can see, the shape outline for this shape is white. It's white shape outline. I can also say I don't want any shape outline. I go to my shape outline. I click on no outline. Then I can say, okay, I don't like black. Go to your home tab. You change the font to what? To white. I can say I don't like Calibri. I want to change the font. I'm just showing you various ways you can edit anything. Let me say I want area. Let me use area. Increase this guy. I carry it. I put it here. I broaden it. I can increase it. Okay, so I'm done with my beautification. Vector group of companies for the month of July 2023. Then I can start doing bringing in my chart into my Excel. So I'll start with the first guy. The first guy is what? Where's my report? Okay. The first guy says what? Total number of what? Total number of employees. So I'll come here, total number of employees. So go to my dashboard. Before I do that, I'll go to my insert again. Click on my shape. But because I don't want to be repeating the same function, once you've carried out the function in Excel and you don't want to replicate it, just go to the previous one. The shape I use in writing vector group of companies, do you get the text box in Excel? So I can press Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. It will duplicate it. Do you get? And I can come here and minimize it. Just come here. So the first information I want to communicate is what? Total salary. Total salary paid. So I can come here, reduce the font. Okay. Sorry, you just watch me on. Okay. So this is total salary paid now. So I need to bring in the amount that was actual amount that was paid. How do I do that? Okay. Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. I need to bring in another shape. You will see how beautiful dashboards are. Soon. So this is a shape now. So I want to bring in this 100. So in Pivot, before you can bring in a value into your dashboard, you need to do what we call get pivot data. It's just English language. It's very simple. How do we do it? Just do equals to this guy and press enter. So I think number one is what? Total number of employees, not total salary paid. So let's come here. Total employees, not total employees. Do you get? So I said before you can bring an information into your dashboard, you need to do what we call what? Get pivot data. Then how do we do it? Let me come again. You do equals to, click on this 100. What can you see here? Get what? Pivot data, and you press enter. Do you get? If you don't do it, you can't, there's no way you can bring in your data here into your dashboard. So let's see how we can bring in our data. So let me do it for all these guys that are just singular information. I won't do get pivot data for any other one because they are not singular information. So let me come here, equals to this guy, enter. So I go back to my dashboard. I come here. So I want to bring in that value now. How do I do it? Just click on your shape. Once you click on your shape, click inside your formula bar and press equals to. Ensure that you are clicking inside of the formula bar, press equals to. Once you press equals to, go to your pivot and click on 100. Don't forget, don't click on this one, click on this one and press enter. And you'll see, you've seen magic, Abby. It's as simple as that. Let me come again. Click here. Don't press equals to like this. Can you see my own equals to? Don't do that. Immediately you click inside here, just click inside your formula bar, press equals to. Once you do equals to, go to your pivot and press what? Click on 100, the one that you brought out using your get pivot data, and press enter. Can you see? That's how you're going to do for every information that what singular key KPIs that you want to report. So I brought this my 100 in. I can then format it. I can say I want to be in the middle. It should come down a little bit. I can increase the font. Do you get? I can change the color to 100. I can bolden it. Can you see the beauty now? It's as simple as that. Total number of employees. Do you get? I can say, okay, I want to come down. I want to do, what's the second one here? Total what? Salary paid. I click on this same guy too. Control C, Control V. Instead of me repeating my my stress of going through insert, let me just click on an already existing shape. Do you get? I come here. This one is what? Total what? Salary paid. Do you get? I click on this guy. Let me bring it down a little bit so that it's fine like this. I click on this one too. Control C, Control V. I come here. But before I can use it, I'll come here, delete everything first. Do you get? And go outside of it. So I will now click inside here again. Click delete everything. Press equals to. Go to your pivot, total salary page. Click on this and press what? Enter. Can you see? So I go to this place, ensure I put comma here. Remove this. So as you are editing your pivot here, it will be changing inside here. That's why I said pivot is sweeter to use in line with your what? Data visualization. So all these things you are seeing now is what we call what? Data visualization. Do you get? Converting this basic information that you have here into chart, do you get? So this is it. I come here. I can click on this.
Yes,
There's
sir.
something we call format painter in your home tab. It repeats the entire format in what you've already selected in another thing you are about to select. So I will click on format painter because I don't want to go through the stress of changing format, doing change size. So I'll just put on this guy. Can you see? Can you see the beauty of it? So that's it. So I've done total number of employees. Sorry, is this my color combination nice? Is white and blue nice? Because it seems my eyes is saying, don't worry, I like
It's a
it's nice,
good
Abby. It's a good
yes, I love blue.
combination.
Yes, it's a very good
Don't mind me, I
combination.
like, and that's something you also need to learn too. I think ladies are good with color combination. So when you are familiar with this as a lady, I know you won't find color because you have to communicate information with the right colors. Do you get? There are some reports you can't communicate using red. It won't make sense if you are using red to represent this type of information. Do you get? Some people don't like it at all. So I've done total number of employees. Let me now do average salary. Let me come here. Format this guy. So I'll just click on this guy. Click on it. Control C, Control V. I'm doing which one next? Average salary. Click on it. Average salary. Are you with me? I click on this guy. Control C, Control V. I come in. Average salary. Don't forget, enter here. Delete everything. Press your equals to. Go to your pivot. Average salary. Click inside it. Press your enter. Go back to your pivot. Ensure you put your comma. You can reduce the decimal. In case you don't want the decimal, go back here. Everything will change. Come here again. Click on format painter. Click on this guy. You are fine. Can you see? We are done with the first 3 points. Are you with me? We are done with the first 3 points. Let's see. So because you have various pivots here, it's not everything you can communicate in a dashboard. It's not that when you have a dashboard, you have to show all the whole information. You have to know key informations that are very important. Do you get? So let me see what else we can show in this report. Let me show gender distribution. Gender distribution. That will be number 4, Abi. So this is where charts will be coming into play little by little. So let me click. So to insert chart here, I will just click anywhere inside is my information. Do you get? Click anywhere inside information because I'm about to do gender distribution. And I'll now go to insert. Are you with me? Then go to where? Recommended chart. Do you get? So I will now go to, so for this gender distribution, I want to use pie chart because pie chart is suitable when you are trying to explain information that is a part of a whole. Do you get? Employees is whole. Do you get? The breakdown is just 2. Do you get? It is recommendable that you use pie chart for information that has to do with breakdown between all information. Do you get? Like gender now is all information. The breakdown is just 2 or 3. Do you get? Don't use pie chart for information that has 5 or 6 categories. Maximum you can use pie chart for is things that has 3 categories. Do you get? Assuming we have another name here, another category of gender that is maybe, what's this thing? What other category of gender do we have in this world? I think we have like 20 self.
There are plenty.
Let's say I'm Aphrodite, we have 1. Do you get? So you can use pie chart. So there are some charts that are limited. Pie chart, you must not use it for more than maximum of 4 categories so that you don't get embedded. So can you see? I click somewhere inside here, go to my insert, click on recommended charts. This is it, then I click on what? Enter. Do you get? So I'll click on this. For me to take it inside my dashboard, I can click on it, Ctrl X to cut it, or I copy. Do you get? And I come here and I do Ctrl V. Do you get? And I come here and say I want to show it like this. Do you get? So in case we are not able to finish everything, you guys will do the rest and send to me. You can send to me for review, send to Favor for review. Do you get? So I come here. Let me just show you how to edit a chart. So I come here. Don't forget, I said there are some tabs that will never appear in Excel until you're about to use something. If I click outside of this place now, can you see anything else after your Power Pivot? No. But once you click inside of it, what else can you see? You will see Pivot Chart Analyze, you will see Design, you will see Format. Why? Because this your chart is coming from a pivot table. Do you get? That's why it's showing you both Pivot Chart Analyze and what? Format. Do you get? So I can come here and say, okay, I want to format this my chart. I don't like this white background. I don't want any background. I can say no fill. Can you see? I can say shape outline. I want white as my shape outline. Do you get? I can go back to home. Once you want to edit the text inside a chart, go to home. I give my chart white. Do you get? Inside this chart here now, I don't know which one is for male, this one is for female, but I can know through the legends. Since you see here, they are called what? Legends. It means representation of information in a chart. That's what legends are. So you click on this plus sign, you click on data labels. This plus sign is to tell you that there are other additional features you can use to format your chart. So if you click on chart, this plus sign, click on labels. What can you see? You can see that it's already labeling your chart for you. So let me go back to this place. Tie this guy up. Go to my pivot. Let me go for this decimal. I should not be having anything like decimal. Come here. Should not be having anything like decimal. So I'll come here. So this is what we have here. Okay, so I like this. I can increase their font just to make it more beautiful. Okay, so what else is it that I don't like? I think this one is okay like this. I can remove this total. I don't need this guy here. This count of gender. To remove it, just click on your chart, go to pivot table analyze, go to field list or field buttons. It's called Axis field button. If you remove all your field buttons and you have it here. Do you get? So it's okay like this. So what I can then do is to say I title no. I can then come like this and say, come here. I click on this, Control C, Control V. I duplicate it. And I say gender distribution. Do you get? So this is how you beautify a report, guys, if you are following me. So we've come a long way. Say you get. I'll still do one or two things. I might not finish everything, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Don't mind me, it's a lot. So this is it. We've done gender distribution. Let's quickly see one more that we could do. Let's see what else we can do. Let's do total employee by location. Where is that? Total employee by location. Let me come here. The same step. Total employee by location. The same step. You click inside here. You go to your insert tab. Here now, I want to use this type of chart. Why is this guy disturbing me? So I click on OK. I click here, Control X. I go to my dashboard. I can come here and say Control V. Are you with me? I come here. I
Yes,
can
sir.
extend it like this. So I can say, okay, I don't like this background. I go to my format, shape fill, no fill. I can come here, change the font to make it more visible. Do you get? These lines you are seeing here, they are called grid lines. To remove it, click on this plus sign. Come here and uncheck this your grid line. Do you get? You've taken it off.
Yeah.
You click on it again, click on your plus sign if you want to label it. Can we all see? If I do not click on this data label, it will not appear. Once I click on it to do what? It will appear. So I can come here, click on this total, delete it, I don't need it. All these counts of gender allocation, they are called field buttons. Click on your chart, go to your format, pivot chart analyze, click on field buttons. So remove your value field buttons, remove your axis field buttons, and you have your information. So you can come here, click on this guy, Control C, Control V, duplicate it. Then we are calling this guy what? Total what? Employee by what? By location. So I can come here, total employees by location. So I can stretch this so that it contains it very well. I put it here. Can we all see? So this is the beauty of data visualization. From a simple report your boss is sending to you, you now send this to him. Do you get? Let me click on this guy, on this chart. Click on this one. I can remove this guy, it's not needed. Do you get? Click on this guy, bolding it, increase it to 11. It's fine like this. Do you get? So let me show one more chart, then I will teach slicers, then we are done, then I'm done for today. So I know I taught you guys. So you guys can do the additional, add your own additional chart and send, I look at it. Do you get? So this one can be like a guide to you. So let me do this guy here. Performance rating by gender. Performance rating by gender. So how do I do it? Don't forget, click anywhere inside your pivot that you've created. Go to your insert tab. Go to recommended chart. So what can we use to represent this information? If I use this, it's not communicating my result the way I would want it to look like. Let me not use this one. Let me use this one. No, I don't want this one. Let me go to insert. Let me go to this guy. Let me come here. Should I use this guy? Should I use this guy? Let me use this guy. Let me use this guy. Control X. So I come here. I go to my HR dashboard. Let me come down. There's no space for us. Let me do Control Z. There's no space, but we will create space. There's no space, but we'll create space. So I can come here. Just want to create enough space so that this my guy can fit in. So I come here. Can come here. Do like this. So let me format this table so that it looks beautiful. So don't forget to format any chart. Click on the chart. Go to your pivot chart analyze. Go to your format. Shape fill. No fill means you don't want any background. Go to your home to change the font color. You want white. You can bolden it. You can increase the size. Do you get these lines you see? They are called grid lines. Click on your chart. Click on the plus sign. Remove grid lines. Are you with me? In any data you are representing, ensure that you show what you show your labels. Data label is very, very important. Can we all see? Click on data labels. Can you see? So is it not beautiful? Then we can come here, click on it, click on pivot chart analyze, uncheck your value chart, uncheck your axis value. So you have this. Do you get? Let me minimize so you can see the beauty that we just created. So can you see, with this our small information, we're able to build this small guy here. But we also need to title it. There's no point in building a chart and I know what titling it, giving it a title. So click on this place, click on it, Control C, Control V. So I come down here. So what's the name for this one? Performance was, hey, you guys have slept. Jesus Christ.
We are still here. We are still here. Just I logged out for a while. Performance rating by gender.
Agenda. So I come here. No worry, I can send my workings to you guys, to you later. You can share with them so they see how it goes. But I believe the recording should be good to help you guys better. So you've named this performance rating by gender. So you come here, you can increase the size to make it more appealing. Is the area we used? Yes, area. So I have this guy. So the last thing on our list now, we're able to do this. Last on our list is what we call slicers. Slicer is an advanced filter for pivot, or reporting, or when you are doing your dashboard presentation. What does slicers do? Slicers help you to filter your information based on what you want to see. Do you get? Slicers help you to filter your information. So let's see how slicer plays out. So I'll go to beginning slicer. Before you can use slicer, you have to click somewhere inside your pivot. Do you get? Because slicer will be filtering through your pivot. So click anywhere inside your pivot. Do you get? So I'll click somewhere. Where am I? Okay, click somewhere inside my pivot. Then I will go to my insert tab. By your right, what can we see? Slicer, right? So you will click on slicer. So once you click on slicer, it will give you the column headers of your original data set. So what do you want to slice this your report by? What do you want to filter this your report by? So you can see maybe I want to filter it by work location. Okay. So you click on this. Can we all see? So what this means is that maybe you are concerned about information about those that are working remotely. If you click on remote, all your information won't be showing you information by what? Remote. Do you get? So you will see as you play out now. But don't forget, we just created slicer. You need to now connect this slicer to every other pivot that you've created. Because this one that you created is only connected to the pivot from which you built it from. Because I built this pivot from gender distribution, if I click on remote now, what can you see? It has changed because this pivot is only coming from where? From gender distribution. So what do I need to do? You need to connect this your pivot to what? To every other pivot. How do you do it? Right click. Once you right click, you will see what we call what? Report connections. Click on report connections. So you will see every other pivot that you have. So you will not check it. You will not check it. So that's how you do. Ensure you check everything. Ensure you don't leave anyone unchecked. So if it's 20 that you built, so you still need to check it. Check, check, check. Hope I don't have any other one. Then I'll click on OK. Do you get? So if I click on Vmos now, what can you see? Every other thing is doing what? It's changing. So I can come back here. So I'll click on this guy, Ctrl X, go to my dashboard, find somewhere here where there is space. Somewhere here, Ctrl V. I will now come here, minimize it like this. Come here, minimize it like this. Let me carry this guy up. Are you with me? So I'll come here, minimize it like this. Do you get? So let's see how this our pipe, this guy here will affect our information. So if I click on remote, all my information will change. It will only be showing me. I mean, if I click on site, it will change to only what information about what on site. Can we also see the beauty of slicer? So you can create more than one slicer. It does not need to be just that slicer. So let's create another one. Then we call it a day. Let's create another one. Let's create another one. So I can come here, go to insert, go to slicers. Let me use location. Click on OK. Right click, report connections. Ensure I check everything. Click, 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 click. I think I've filled on everything. So I click on OK. I come here, click on it, Ctrl X, go to my dashboard, Ctrl V. So it's as sweet and simple as that. Do you get? So that's slicers for you. So see this small guy that we've created now. Can we all see?
Yep.
Do you get? So that's how you build a dashboard. And the last thing within 30 seconds that I can teach you, maybe you now want to copy it and show up on your LinkedIn that, hey guys, oh, see what I learned from Favors Tech Savvy platform. How can I do that? Can you see where my cursor is?
Yep.
If you see this, just highlight it like this. Highlight your whole report like this. Can you see?
Yes.
Come to this place. Can you see where my drop down is? This copy. Click on the drop down. Click on copy as picture. Then click on OK. Then the next thing you do is just press Ctrl V. Can you see? So I will Ctrl X this guy now. Then I'll send it to Favor on our WhatsApp and she will share it with you guys. So that is as simple as that to where is this guy? So let me go to Favor. I can't see Favor name again. Where's Favor?
It should be somewhere. I'll send you a message now so that it pops up immediately.
So it's as beautiful as that. So I've seen Favor now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just sent it to you. So maybe she will share your screen and see and let you guys see how it appears as a picture.
Yeah,
So that's how you can post. So that's it basically, guys. So sorry for taking your time. I just tried to do this.
How can you? So we have a couple of questions, and because of time, we will not take so many questions. But somebody is asking, do Google Sheets and Excel do the same thing? I'll just say yes and no. But I think Mr. Toheeb can explain for that. Then we wrap up because I just have to make a few announcements before we all go. But Mr. Toheeb, do Google Sheets and Excel, do they have the same functions? Can they do the same thing? What's your perspective?
They can't entirely do the same thing. They can't entirely do the same thing. They can't entirely do the same thing because there are some shortcuts in Excel that is not the same shortcut you apply on Google Sheets. Do you get?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not entirely the same thing. Do you get? Because majorly it was done because for live sessions, like live sharing, if I can do the same thing on live, it's just for basically keeping information. But you cannot entirely do the same thing in Excel, Joe. No, you can't. It can't.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I just want to share this. I'm sure so many persons that still remain on this call, quite a number of us are like, hey, God, can I learn this? Is it possible? But I want to tell you that you made the right decision to stay in this class till the end, right? Because even if you have to attend further classes, this is like the foundation. Trust me, what you've learned today, you will not be able to get it as more detailed as you are getting it in this class. Trust me. And I'm really grateful to Mr. Toheeb for taking out his time. At a point, I'm like, God, are you sure this is becoming overwhelming? Because I've stressed him. He has been around since 11 a.m. and this is almost 4 p.m. We're still on this call. And I'm really grateful to him. So Mr. Toheeb organizes class like this, like that is more in-depth, that is more detailed. He will literally walk you by your hand. He will literally hold your hands rather and teach you through the basics of Excel. Excel is not difficult, but trust me, you have to do some learning and learning and learning. If you were here in the previous session, you would hear Mr. Sampson talk about how he has used Excel, how he uses Excel in his day-to-day activities to analyze data. And this is where the future of work is going to. Just imagine now, you are saying you're a chartered accountant and you're expected to prepare a report. Would you have to bring out all your data scattered and just present it to the management? No. But looking at this picture, you can just look at it and just do it. In fact, it summarizes all we have on sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 in just a picture. So I would like to encourage us in our spare time, take out your time one day, watch this video, and you're happy, you have us, you can ask us questions, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to Mr. Toheeb, you can also even sign up for his class. So you can take out your time one day and study it and tell yourself that I'm going to understand Excel and I'm going to use Excel to improve my professional skills. So thank you everyone for joining. I am really grateful and I look forward to seeing us tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Toheeb. I'll thank you properly after this class because I am very grateful. So tomorrow we'll be starting by 6 p.m. Ngozi will bring me.
You're welcome.
Okay, so they're asking how they can sign up for the class. I'll reach out to you so that to know when the next edition of the class is going to be. I'll definitely keep you all posted on the WhatsApp platform. But like I was saying, tomorrow we're going to be looking at accounting softwares. What's the fields about accounting softwares? How can we use accounting software? How can we deploy? How can we also do some analysis on accounting software? We'll be looking at that tomorrow. And Ngozi will be speaking on the key topic, which is disrupting technology in accounting and how you can remain relevant. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you. Can we all just, type in the chat box? Thank you, Mr. Toheeb. You can go to LinkedIn and tag him. His name is Toheeb on LinkedIn.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Something like that. So thank you. We're very grateful, sir.
You're
We're very,
welcome.
very grateful, sir. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so from this part of the class, I'm saying goodbye. I hope to see you by 6 p.m. Don't forget to share. I'm actually taking note of people that are very active and I have gifts for them. In fact, the financial modeling class person could not be here, but he has given us recordings that we can watch to improve our financial modeling skills. So trust me, this is a boot camp and it's going to be so massive. It's a time for you to learn and upskill and you cannot afford to miss out on what Nibee's Consult has prepared for you. So from this part, thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you for sticking till the end. I'm very grateful. So I'll just play some light music so that we can, exercise and, just ease out all the stress of panel session and Excel. Thank you, everyone.